Welcome to day 9 of the 2024 Paralympic Games here in Paris. You join us at the North Paris Arena, just one stop away from the Charles de Gaulle Airport. This is the home of the sitting volleyball. A very warm welcome to you wherever you are watching and enjoying this game. We've got the men's game coming your way. Here is the schedule. It's the men's bronze medal match. It's Germany against Egypt. These two teams are going at it for a medal here at the Paralympic Games in 2024. Alongside me, Mark Perkins, I have the absolute pleasure of welcoming the former USA captain and three-time medalist in the Paralympic City volleyball team, Kendra Lancaster-Hall. Kendra, good afternoon.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Happy to be here.
Well, it's going to be a cracking game here. These two teams who have been coming through the competition now find themselves into that final game of the competition, and it's the bronze medal match. A medal that Egypt have won twice, and they've got 5 members of the team who still have that medal. Germany also the bronze medalist from London 2012, so both teams experienced this game. And here's the journey they've gone through. Germany losing out to Bosnia in the semi-finals, and Egypt losing to the Islamic Republic of Iran, which is now the gold medal match. Both these teams with 2 wins, 2 losses, going through the pool stages, then into the semi-final. But now it's all about who's going to take the bronze medal here in Paris 2024. So Kendra, tell us a bit about these two teams then.
Well, Mark, both of these teams have an incredible amount of experience. Both of these lineups have multiple 6-time Paralympic athletes. Germany have a 7-time Paralympic athlete in Jürgen Schrock. There's just so much experience on both of these teams. They're both really powerful. Germany is a little bit bigger than Egypt. They're a little bit younger, they're a little bit faster, but Egypt are clever, they're very, very strong. And they're led by a very experienced, very talented captain, Hisham Al-Shweik. We'll be seeing a lot from him today.
Well, this men's game is a best of 5 sets. First 4 sets will be to 25. Should we need a decider, then that'll be to 15. And we'll explain all the nuances of the game as it comes into it. But tell us a bit about who are some of the players to watch here again for Egypt.
Well, we've already mentioned El-Shweik. He is one of the top scorers already in this tournament, so look out for him. But they're going to have a lot of points coming from number 6, Khamis. He's a middle blocker. He's very fast. He's very precise. And we'll also be seeing a lot of action from Abdul Al-Khir. He's another strong player from Egypt.
Ayman Al-Lafi, the head coach. It's a really experienced bench for Egypt. They've been there and done that, and there's their journey so far. That semi-final loss to Islamic Republic of Iran 3-1 has got themselves here into the bronze medal match. What about Germany, and what do they offer? Some of the key players for them?
Well, big scores on the German side are going to be number 10, Ton Lu. He's one of their biggest swingers. He's got a huge reach at 169 centimeters when he swings. He scored a lot of points for them. He's very powerful. They also have a big hitter in number 6, Dominic Albrecht. He also has a massive reach, 174 centimeters when he's sat on the ground. So both huge players, but they're also supported in the back row by a very talented libero, Stefan Hanlein. He's very fast. He's in the right spot a lot of the time.
Well, the coach knows this game inside out as a former Paralympian himself, Christoph Herzog, now calling the shots from the sidelines. He's going to be seeing what he could do. Can he get a second bronze medal for Germany to match their bronze medal match in London 2012? Well, there we see the results. A win against Brazil and Ukraine, but a loss against the Islamic Republic of Iran and Bosnia. 2 very, very good teams who are fighting out for the gold medal. Well, these two teams met in Tokyo in the 5th place playoff, and it was victory to Egypt. They've also met in the World Cup just last year in the semi-final, and again it was victory to Egypt. That was then, this is now. It's a very different feel here in the North Paris Arena as we get ready to welcome the 2 teams to court. We're going to pause for a moment for the national anthem before we get this game underway.
Mesdames et messieurs, merci de bien vouloir vous lever si vous le pouvez pour les hymnes, avec pour commencer l'hymne de l'Égypte.
North Paris Arena, please rise if you are able for the anthem of Egypt.
Et maintenant, l'hymne de l'Allemagne.
And now the anthem of Germany.
The two anthems beautifully observed for the 3,500 people here at the moment in the North Paris Arena. This is the bronze medal match. It's Germany against Egypt, both in the competition. 2 wins, 2 losses. And that has led them to this bronze medal match. These two teams just go through the final formalities then. That handshake across the net is all smiles. These two teams know each other really well from the last few games. What's going to be going through their mindset here?
Well, no doubt they're all smiles now, but you can bet as soon as they leave that net, they're going to be zoning in, locking into their game plans. They know each other very well. They've come up against each other in recent competition, and they'll both have game plans how they can handle certain players.
Well, these two men here will be handling all of the players. These are your match officials for this game. Kuzmanovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina is the first referee. He'll be on the far side of our picture. The second referee, Venemaya from the Netherlands, will be near side. Let's introduce you to the starting line for the two teams. One change for both from the semi-final. First of all, it's going to be Egypt coming out with the big swing of the captain. Else reach 50 points so far in the competition. Abdallah in his 7th Paralympic Games, one of 5 from Egypt who are at that level. Kamis, 37 years old, 31 points to his name. Saad Musa, the 32-year-old outside hitter. And then Abdul El Yazid, the 45-year-old, through the middle attack, alongside Abu Elkir is the starting lineup. And the libero who wears the red shirt, number 10, Abdel Latif. For Germany, coming in, the one change is Schiffler goes to the bench. And coming into this end, Thomas Renger starts, the 52-year-old, 4th Paralympic Games. Alongside him will be Heiko Wiesenthal, two very experienced setters and playmakers in the game. The big powerhouse of Dominik Elbrecht, 38 points in the competition so far. The 7-time Paralympian Jürgen Schrapp, what an experienced player he is, leading the team. And the very charismatic Francis Tonlu. Robin Schweit wears the number 14. And then coming in the libero shirt, wearing the number 5 is Stefan Hamien. Christoph Herzog has done all he can do. It is now down to the players he's selected on court and for the Egyptian team then go out and win this bronze medal for their nation. Who's it going to be? It's the bronze medal match here at the 2024 Paralympic Games. It's Egypt in the red and white shirts on the right-hand side, serving to Germany on the left, and it's a service error by the captain to start off with a close one.
It's an uncharacteristic error there from El Schweik. It's not the way you want to start off this match, but you move on. You get ready for that serve now coming from Tonlu.
Tonlu does have a big serve. There's the speed that Egypt attacking down the centre. Captain, that one's just slipped through his fingers. The ball does get a little bit sweaty, doesn't it?
It does indeed, even at this early stage, but they've got to make sure that those touches are clean, especially on contact number 2.
2-0 lead for Germany in the opening stages, but this one, taken to the net. One of the nuances as it changes here, the block on the serve receive is very different to indoors.
Yep, absolutely, and it's a really key point in the sitting volleyball game. You can use it really strategically, funnel that serve to your better passers, or equally protect your less strong passers. Adds a bit of complexity for the server as well, as we saw there.
Albrecht out wide. The block holds his position. Egypt a little bit slow to react there at the net.
Yeah, Egypt seemed to be a little bit slow off the starting line here. Germany coming out nice and strong, which is exactly what they need to do to overcome this really experienced squad on Egypt's side.
Wiesenthal with the serve again, another one that's overpassed into the airspace of Germany, and Albrecht has looked for the touch. He's gone high for the fingers, but he's gone missing.
Yeah, you'll see this a lot coming from the German squad. Egypt do have pretty big blocks. They're not quite as disciplined as they should be sometimes. And if Germany will catch them not penetrating over that net and getting their hands over, they're going to be taking full advantage of that.
The pressure serve down the line. The hand was waiting for Thomas Renger in the middle.
Yeah, Renger called on a lift there. One of the rules in sitting volleyball is you have to have somewhere on your body between your hips and your shoulders touching the ground when you contact the ball. If you're not, the referees, they're going to catch that, and it's an automatic point for the other team.
Come again, the big left hand of Abdallah. This one's behind his head. He can't quite get over the top of the ball, can he?
No, not in that situation. Abdullah's a big, big hitter when he makes good contact. Once again, he's trying to get those easy kills off of the high hands of Germany, but they're staying well clear of that.
Topspin serve of Albrecht is taken at the net. Germany get the first swing. That's a lovely line shot coming in from Camis.
Yeah, that was a great find by Camis. Shiva really did well to close there. Renger trying to take away that cross-court shot, but you can't leave that line open.
Saad Musa, the 45-year-old, goes back to serve. Score all level 4-all. Captain unloads.
That's another lift call, this time on Egypt. He's just a little bit too tempted, it looks like, just trying to get that every extra millimeter he can. But once again, if your body comes off the floor, those referees are catching those, they're looking for it, and you're not going to get away with it here.
Wenger made his debut back in 1999. Seems a long time ago now. Swing goes into the net. Point to Egypt.
Yeah, Jürgen Schropp just bringing that hand out a little bit too low, not making the contact exactly where he wanted to. That's an easy point here for Egypt, and both of these teams are going to have to limit their errors. Just like that one.
It's almost like a cat and mouse kind of game, isn't it? They're trying to work each other out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
The last two results have gone the way for Egypt in the competition. They've played against each other in. There's a handling error called against Abu El-Kir.
Yeah, once again, that second touch, they're going to be really, really tight on that call. You have to have a clean contact on contact number 2.
Germany have a slight advantage here, 2 points. Abu El-Kir goes back to what he does best with a big swing.
That's right. We'll see a lot more of that from Abu El-Kir. He's such a talented player. He's really, really good, and he saw that real stretch of the block there in the middle. Just nipped those fingers. That's all he had to do.
Khamis, another very experienced player in his 4 Paralympic Games. That was fast in the middle, just wide though.
Heiko Wiesenthal is one of the fastest in the game. He's listed as a setter, but he's a serious threat from the middle of the court. He's one of Germany's top scorers so far in the competition. You can see exactly why.
Got that wide to Tonlu. Big blocking coming in from the Egyptian captain.
Yeah, that's a great double block on Egypt's side. It's not easy for those middle blockers to move back and forth across the pins. Egypt doing a very good job of that so far in this tournament. It's going to pay off. They need that if they're going to shut down this German offense.
Well, 5th block for the Egyptian captain in the competition. He was the flag bearer back in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Khamis again trying to cause some trouble for Germany. Quick attack in the middle. This one's a held ball.
Yeah, Heiko Wiesenthal went for that quick offense once again, and he just got his hand stuck behind that ball and pushed it against the net. It only takes a millisecond. Germany's obviously trying to outrun Egypt. They know they're not the fastest team, so they're going to be taking advantage of that, keeping their offense nice and fast. And Tonlu, he's getting those big swings. That's exactly what he wants. He's finding that spot between those Egyptian defenders quite handily.
That ends the run of points for Egypt. Positional error called here against Egypt. It's going to be a free point for Germany. Thumbs up from
Yeah, I mean, these players are playing in one of the loudest arenas I've ever been in. It's no doubt going to rattle some of them. You might be getting a bit distracted, thinking too hard about what it is they have to do, and those kinds of errors are going to be inevitable.
Yeah, so much on the line here at the North Paris Arena. Bronze medal match time, and Germany regain the lead 10-9. Lovely set to the middle. Back again. Germany not getting away with the attacks at the moment. A little bit scrappy from the German team there.
Yeah, Germany not really able to regain control of that ball when it came back over. Schrapp doing a great job to get that ball up, but Tonlu just not able to get his feet under him to move. He was obviously hustling back to that back line. He was eager for a set, getting that big swing.
Switch back to serve. He's got 6 aces. Just missed that first serve of the game. A little bit wide. Expect him to target that left side again, which it does. Ricochets off the net. Albrecht with the little tip. This one's a little bit too tight, hitting the antenna, or the pin as you call it.
Yeah, those antenna or the aerial or the pins or whatever you call them, as soon as the ball touches that or goes outside of them, that's an automatic out of bounds call. The team who touched it last lose the ball. Elschwik got saved on that last serve.
That's more like the serve we're used to seeing from the Egyptian captain. Is kept alive here. Chance for Germany. Go on two. Quick reactions from Egypt. Keep it up there. And again on the second touch from Versailles. He can't put it away. But it is a helpful given on the defense from Egypt.
Yeah, Wiesenthal, like we said before, he's going to be going fast, going hard. He's testing Egypt's reaction skills. You see there, all those defenders are sat there with their feet out in front of them. That makes it a lot harder for them to reach forward and play up that ball, and he's not getting a block, so he's going to do that all day.
Well, looking for the touch. That was a quick attack through the middle with Abu El Yazid. Egypt asking for the touch on the block, nothing given. He changes hand yet again, and this one was a little trickler off the net, but it has caught the antenna. Francis Tonu was celebrating, thinking he'd won the point, but the linesman had said no.
Yeah, this game can be an emotional roller coaster sometimes.
We will see some of the teams faking it as well to the referee, just to kind of go, come on, there was a touch there, definitely, until the decision goes.
Absolutely.
Well, 12-all here. Fascinating start. There's the speedy encounter, this time from Renga. And the power coming in, the swing from Egypt. But Germany have their own powerhouse in Albrecht, but he's been blocked this time by Egypt.
Yeah, Abu El Yazid, he's been a fantastic blocker this entire tournament. He's super fast in the middle. We've already talked about that before. It's supported on the outside by Abdullah. He's a big pair of hands, and Albrecht just not able to power through that.
Well, there's a fake through the middle. Really nice set from Shiva.
Yeah, that's a lovely back set connecting with Wiesenthal. He is the hot hand at the minute, and when you're a setter, you just want to feed that hitter as much as you can.
The joy of having a backcourt setter coming in, having all those options available in the front row. Wiesenthal back to serve. The swing from Musa, it goes long.
Yeah, that was a good lead by the German defense. Ringer pulling his hands down at the last minute. He saw from the way that Musa was swinging, he knew he was going to go deep. He just thought, not today.
Captain comes in, hard into the hands, very aggressive, and it's a block. But it's just gone out, the linesman did signal in. Elswich gets the point.
You can see the passion already on both sides of the court, but the Egyptians play with so much energy and so much heart. That can be a really powerful tool when things are going your way, but can also work against you when things don't go your way. So we'll see how well they can hold up here. They've got to stay cool and calm if they're going to keep up with the Germans. The Germans are steady. They make mistakes, but they recover from them quickly. And Egypt are going to have to do the same because the Germans are no doubt going to keep putting pressure on them.
Well, the referee just having a chat with the Egyptian captain there. Asked him to keep his thoughts to himself. Opportunity here. The right hand goes into the, the left hand goes into the block. Great position.
Yeah, excellent close from Ringer. He's also very, very quick. You see how quickly they both get closed in. It's actually Albrecht with that big reach over the block or over the net that gets the block.
Seventh block of the tournament. Much better this time from Kamis.
That was really smart play by Kamis. The set was a little bit tight. He had a very good German block in front of him, so he just used what he had available, and that was exactly it.
Neither team able to pull away just yet. It's 15-15. Musa back to serve on the angle. Backline attack for Albrecht. The left hand again of Abdallah, this time more favored in his position to the attack.
That is some amazing defense from Egypt. The hustle that they had to make to get that ball up to their setter, that allowed him to get a really nice set up to Abdullah. That's excellent, excellent play.
Quick to celebrate with the setter. He told the setter quickly he wanted it. Nice to celebrate as well. Back line to Albrecht. Has this caught the corner? No, it's just wide. This is where we see both teams cheering for it until the referee makes that decision. Egypt pull away a little bit here. 17-15. You know how quick this game can change hands. Massive block. That's how quick it takes. That's the point over.
Yeah, that was a great move there by Renger. You saw he started in one position. He showed the server his hands, and as the server looked up to swing at the ball, he just shifted and changed his tactic. That was excellent execution by him.
This one ricochets off the blocks. The swing put in with the left hand. The decision is in.
Yeah, another big swing from Abdullah. He's a big hitter, but even more tricky sometimes for the defense is the fact he hits with his left hand. Most hitters are right-handed, and when you get a left-handed attacker, it slightly changes the angle, makes it a little bit harder for the defenders to predict where it's going. Germans trying to get each other amped up. They've kind of flattened out a little bit these last few points. They're going to need to really pick themselves up and get some of that adrenaline pumping, get some of those big swings that they're so well known for.
Got the rotation now with Tonlu out wide at 4. Captain from Egypt in the middle. It's been a free ball coming over. 2 front court options available for Egypt. Still alive, well watched by Khamis. But the referee has said he's played the ball over the net. It was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very tight. Khamis did as much as he could. You couldn't really ask him to do anything else because that ball likely would have bounced out or hit the aerial or something like that.
18-18. Again, it's gone inside the block, just finding the gap. Abu El-Gir.
Yeah, Shivi not really as tight as he should have been to the net. He leaving just enough space. When that ball hit his hands, it just fell right in front of him. It's really difficult to dig those out. You've got to make sure that you're as tight as you can be, of course, not touching the net.
Quick in the middle again. We've seen Germany attack this. Oh, too quick this time. That's one of the pitfalls of this movement, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Wiesenthal's just running off of that adrenaline. He's ready for that fast ball, and he didn't quite realize how low that ball was when he contacted it. That's really annoying for the hitter, but it happens to the best of us.
Well, Germany call a timeout here as Egypt maintain that 2-point lead. It's 20-18.
Please give it up for Egypt.
Well, the crowd here
What about the team from Germany?
packing out the North Paris arena. The rumble around isn't the planes going over the head of the Charles de Gaulle Airport. It is the crowd here. A little bit of Neil Diamond. It would be the Paralympics without that. We've had that in the Champs-Élysées song for 10 days, pretty much.
Yeah, it's been amazing, the atmosphere here in the North Paris Arena. The players can really feed off of that. It can also cause them a bit of problem. They can't hear each other sometimes if it's too loud.
Tonlu with the error. Germany really would need that point back after the timeout. Now the gap is 3 points. The first time Egypt have had a 3-point lead in this game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate timing for that error, but these things happen. Germany need to keep swinging, but they've got to get those errors under control.
Tonlu into the hands, the block's there. He was lifting forward anyway. And the Egyptian captain says, don't worry, I got it anyway.
Yeah, Egypt's blocking game is what is setting them apart here from Germany. You can see, look at that Tonlu's bum coming right off that floor. And sometimes it's just a natural part of the momentum. When a player goes in for a huge swing like that, it takes a lot of discipline to stay on the floor.
So change coming in for Germany here. Schiffler coming on for Tonlu. Substitution earlier with Shui coming in. An immediate response from Alexander Schiffler, just what Germany needed.
Absolutely. Schiffler is a really strong player. El Shweik was expecting once again for that ball to go off his hands. He pulled him down at the last minute.
Shivi with the serve, gets in quick. Angled serve onto Albrecht. Back again for Egypt.
That's a well-timed lucky point there for Germany.
29-year-old in his third Paralympics. Gets in so quick to defend. Knows how quick Egypt will come in. Albrecht on two.
Egypt are so good at reacting. They're so fast this game.
Albrecht with the error. The ball had a long time to come down before Versailles got the set.
That was a really nice lead by El Shweik. It didn't serve him very well in the point previous, but this one right on the money.
It's a three-point lead for Egypt. They require two. Their captain back to serve. Let's reach the danger man. Such experience. He still plays with so much passion and energy.
Yeah, I've always admired Hichem El Shweik. He's been around the game for a really long time. He's an excellent leader for this Egyptian squad. He just stays so cool, and he has a really good read and knowledge of this game, which we've already seen that play out here.
Changes serve from this time in position and where that serve goes. Has to go on the angle from Albrecht. Good take from Germany. The big man goes again. Has he got the touch? He has. He knew that before the signal came.
I think he was hoping it as much as anything, too. That's great positioning, but once again, you cannot leave that line open in a match like this. These players are too good. And a player as big as Albrecht, he'll put that ball straight down.
Chance to make amends. Egypt do so with Moussa. They put themselves in set point position. Second timeout call for Germany. Well, they've got it to use. They may as well.
Yeah, sometimes the coaches can just call these timeouts. They don't necessarily need to do anything with their own team, but it's just to throw off the momentum of the opposition. It puts a pause in the game, and that puts extra pressure and adds a little bit of extra difficulty to the server on that back line. It can disrupt their mental process, disrupt their focus. So sometimes it can just make all the difference and maybe force an error.
Well, we know what Egypt need to do. Let's see what Germany can do. They are 3 set points down. One side out is all that Egypt needs to take the first set here in this bronze medal match. Remember, it's a best of 5 sets. A lot of German supporters here in the crowd. They'll be looking for an immediate response after this timeout. Can they get it? Abu Elkir serving. It's tied to the net. We're going to have the first let played. Just explain that to us, the people who haven't seen this before, how this decision's made.
Yeah, so the ball has got to keep moving. It has to be distinctive contacts. So if, in this case, like we saw here, if the ball kind of gets stuck between two blockers for even just a half a second, that'll be a call.
Quick reaction. It comes off the hand and moves for an out of play. 1 set point saved. That's got the crowd going. There's a rumble here in the arena.
Yeah, people are up on their feet. They're cheering. Germany are putting themselves in a really good position, but they cannot allow any errors. 1 point given away. The set goes to Egypt.
Just one side out required. On the first time of asking, it was almost taken at the net. But it is now off the fingertips and out of play. Egypt takes set number 1 with a wipe off the block and close out the set score 25-22. There's the finishing touch. Just comes off the hands of Jürgen Schrapp. Well, a game and a first set has gone either way for the two teams.
Yeah, both teams came out swinging, but in the end, Egypt were just unstoppable at the net. They played really smart offense. They used the German block.
There's confirmation of the score, 25-22, the first set here in the bronze medal match has been taken by Egypt. Quick look at the stats in a moment. Kendra will talk us through how these stats tell the story of the first set.
Well, the stats are telling the story that both of these teams are really evenly matched, but really it came down to a couple of faults. It came down to a couple of extra kills on the Egyptian side, and that's all they needed. They only needed 2 points to win this.
Let's have a look at the highlights of the first set. Well, it was a set that went both ways. Both teams leading by multiple points at one stage. Germany upping the speed, getting the aggression in on the attacks.
Yeah, they were great to bring that aggression, but the thing that really did them a disservice were the errors. They made a lot of errors in this set, and whether that was just allowing some kills from Egypt off the block, or they let a ball land, or hitting into the block themselves, they've got to keep those to a minimum going into set 2.
14 errors for Germany, 11 for Egypt. They had their fair share of errors. That's definitely one area that the coaches are going to be wanting to minimize here.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. That's 3-point difference. If they had just equalized errors with Egypt, this might have been a much different story.
And just like the dance troupe, they're going to be wanting these teams to be working in sync with each other as they get ready to go for set number 2. So one change for Germany in the starting lineup. Schiffler does start for, this time, for Tonglu. Interesting change for Germany. No changes, as you'd probably expect for Egypt just yet at the starting lineup, but that's a big change, bringing Schiffler in for Tonglu.
Yeah, it is a big change, but I think what we saw in set 1 was Tonglu just found it a little bit difficult to find a good touch on that ball. He didn't really get many kills, and what Germany are going to be looking for is just a nice, steady, correct approach to this set, and Schiffler's going to bring that. He's a hugely experienced player. He's going to keep his cool. He's been in this situation a million times before.
Well, the coaches have said their piece. The statisticians will be feeding them all the information they need to know. This is Egypt and Germany. This is the second set of the bronze medal match. It's Germany to get us underway here in set number 2 on the right-hand side, serving on Egypt in the red and white on the left. And the first chance for attacks coming the way of Egypt. Germany doing well to keep it alive. Albrecht unloads down the line. That's a really nice swing.
Yep, lovely swing from Albrecht. That's what we're used to seeing from him. It's nice to see him get in this set early. It's a beautiful set, right out to the pin. Gave him all the shots in the world, and of course he took that lovely line shot.
I love Cami ducking out the way and calling it out. It's like, well in.
You fake it till you make it, Mark.
There's the first block we've seen off the serve for Egypt. And there's a massive block, a much-needed one for Germany. If they can start this second set strong, get some momentum on their side.
They're already coming out with a huge amount of speed. Wiesenthal so fast on the net. Hands over, exactly what he needed to do, nothing too fancy.
Backline attack, great save. Albrecht has got to fight this one at the net. Good hustle from Egypt. Just slowing the pace down a little bit. Germany want to speed it up.
You can already see the German team playing a lot more precisely. They're being a little bit more careful.
Off the hands it goes.
That's a lovely play by Abul Yazid.
First point on the board for Egypt. Goes for the big serve this time. The net touch given. There's a chance when you're the blocker on the serving side and how quick that ball comes back, your momentum takes you forward, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And you literally have like a millisecond to react to that block.
It's a nice ball in. Big aggressive swing. Well, Albrecht almost getting his hand around the back of that ball to bring it back into play. Couldn't quite make it.
Yeah, that's a big swing from Musa on Egypt's side, using that block to his advantage.
Germany with that fast attack in the center. Another violation against Egypt. There's the discipline here that's just going against Egypt.
Yep, I think we're starting to see a little bit of frustration here on the Egyptian side. And in the past, this has been where they start to not fall apart, but they start to lose their momentum. They're going to have to find that again pretty quickly.
Gets that left hand out wide on the left side, switching it up. Trying to move that block well. Germany keep it alive, but that's an error from Albrecht. And then Renger reaching over. And that was down to that ball by Albrecht drifting into the airspace of Egypt.
Yeah, Albrecht doing his best to try and get that ball up high, but you can see that ball had completely passed over the plane of the net. Renger just a little bit too eager, and he's not allowed to touch the ball at that point. It interferes with Egypt's play.
Nice little tip. Trying to find that gap in the corner. On to it goes by Renger. Trap. Well, that's one way of doing it. Oh, incredible defense.
Oh, that is some rotten luck for Egypt. That was a great rally on both teams. What a big swing from Strap, and it's just by luck that ball goes in.
Germany keep it alive. Albrecht out of position there, just has to force the tip. Chance to invite the attack coming in from Egypt. Great save from Shiva.
Yeah, you can see Germany really trying to use the back of the court there. Egypt are pulling up pretty far on defense to pick up those short balls, but they're all over the court. Everyone's all over the court.
Well, there's an appeal for 4 touches, and it looked like it was a pretty decent one. The referee says no, it did catch the block. In the end, there you see that forearm just tip of the tape we were talking about earlier. So just that top of the tape is the only part that is the violation.
Yeah, that's right. You'll see players going all over the net at the bottom because their legs are allowed to cross that center line.
Schiffler gave that everything. His whole body movement through the ball. A lifting court against Egypt.
It's nice to see this German side waking up. They're really coming alive here. They're really getting into it. You can see how badly they want this bronze medal.
Missed out on medaling in Rio and in Tokyo. Good use of the body there from Germany. But the backcourt, a swing off the net, ricochets off the net. It's one of those ones where it just rolls that tape, and is it going to go in or out? Which way?
Nerve-wracking those.
That's gone the way for Germany. They lead 6-5, just wide. Trusting the Germans were blowing that ball out just to force it wide.
That's a great lead by El Schweik. Some of these players, they're so experienced, they practically live on a sitting volleyball court, and they know innately where the boundaries of that floor are.
Musa just gets himself into the position where he wants to serve. Just right of centre. Little tip coming in. El Schweik's there. He wants the attack. Drops it short, but Germany read it well. Nice take from Egypt. Fake of the big swing. Well, El Schweik looks at the lines and goes, are you sure there wasn't a touch there?
He's just checking to be sure. You can see there, no touch
Right
at all.
place.
Albrecht doing really well to let that go.
Nice idea. Missing a little bit in the execution. It's not too dangerous for Egypt. It's not giving Germany too much of a lead, because with that swing from Abdallah, they level the game at 7-all.
It's a lovely back set there by Khamis, and that just gives Abdullah a range of shots. Just going off the inside of that block, right in between the German defenders.
Germany having to adapt there with Schiffler off the net.
Elshweik looked like he was going for hands there. Germany saw that coming.
We see this a lot with the Egyptian captain, don't we? He's very high scoring, but he gets a lot of attacks, and his percentage of efficiency isn't necessarily the best for them, but he does know where to go.
He absolutely knows where to go, and I think it depends on how you look at those statistics. Some people might say, oh, he's not a very good hitter. Obviously, he's a great hitter. I think it shows that he goes aggressively for everything.
Well, that aggression shows there because he's come in for the short middle. That's just distracted the block a little bit, isn't it? And then opens up the one-on-one effective attack out wide.
Every fraction of a second counts. So if you go into that middle and you distract that middle blocker for even just a really short period of time, that will make all the difference and open up the middle of that court for the hitters on the pins.
Close serve down the line. It's an ace serve.
Just a bit of miscommunication there on the German side, I think. That was a lovely pass up, but everybody just sat around waiting for someone else to pick it up.
What happens in all forms of volleyball, just everybody looking at each other. High line defense now for Germany. Taken well again. Almost stealing it, Abu Elkir off the hands of Khamis. Just followed over, easy ball now for Germany. Can they get the attack away? They can, but they can't put it down. And might they regret that? They will regret that. It comes off the hands, and point goes to Egypt.
I mean, that was an example of just how important that middle blocker is. You can see he didn't get out to close with Schiffler, and that just left the court wide open. That's a lot of space for the defenders to cover, and you need the block there to help keep part of that protected.
And he's staring that ball down, waiting for the serve receive. Lovely little touch, but lifting called here on the touch of Rosenthal. Yeah, good spot.
That was a really good spot by the referee. I wasn't convinced until I saw that.
Well, we have the joy of the replay, but the referees don't. No such lift there, but big swing. Second chance of asking. The block gets in position. Lifting called now.
Yeah, Wiesenthal is on a roll, and he's so fast with that arm movement that makes it a lot harder for the defenders to react to that.
Elshweik again, just look at the referee and just have a little chatter and natter away as he does.
Well, he'll try and convince him that he got the call wrong there. It must be Egypt's point, of course.
Set out wide both times. This time, Albrecht rolling his hand over that one, pushing it deep.
It's one of the advantages when you're such a tall hitter. And it's not always power. He just reached right above that block and just gave it a little bit of a snap, completely out of reach of Egypt.
Right within one. Great cover from Renga. Egypt come again with power. Oh! Well, there we go, another piece of miscommunication. That ball just dropping between the two.
Yeah, it looked like Schrapp was looking to Renger to pick that up. It was in his space, but Renger said, oh no, well, I've got to move, but he didn't, so. Yeah, they're gonna have to pick up, get rid of those errors. They need to be firing on all cylinders. They've been trailing this set again now. They've got some catching up to do.
The crowd almost sold out here in the North Paris Arena, enjoying this bronze medal match. Egypt leading at 12-10. Fight at the net is won by Egypt. Great response.
Yeah, really quick reactions by Egypt there, popping that ball got stuck luckily too quickly for it to be called, and he just popped it right back over.
Ace serve, this one ripping through the German block on the serve. Now the Egyptian captain is just finding his rhythm on the service line through the hands of Albrecht. Well, a timeout called here. Now, Kendra, you've played at 3 Paralympic Games. You've captained your squad. With your team being down 4 points here, in an arena like this, what is it that you need to do as a captain to bring this team together?
Well, I think there's 2 things that you can do. First of all, you can try and remind your team they just need to settle. Usually a lot of these errors are coming because people are trying too hard. They're overthinking things. The other thing is you got to remind people exactly what the game plan is. Give them things to focus on that they can execute when they go back out onto court.
Well, it's all about trusting the process. 2 coaches that seem quite calm in their demeanor. We've seen this across the whole of the Paralympics, the different styles and qualities that the coaches possess. Both of these, both very experienced from a player perspective and also coaching, and just know that they just have that calming influence as well that helps them from a coaching point of view.
Yep, agreed. And I think a great coach can serve as a bit of a rock for his players when things are going a bit crazy and you look at your coach and he's having a fit. That can make things worse. But if you look over and he's cool, he's collected, he knows and he believes that you can overcome that, it helps put that belief in yourself.
Well, the next point goes the way of the net, so it's almost the coach's side out. The coaches always love that one if that happens. Get the point straight back, 11-14. Quick on 2, error from Egypt. And that's how quick the game can change, isn't it? 2 points back to back, and now it's only a 2-point game.
In the blink of an eye, this is a much more manageable position for Germany to be in. They've got Schiffler behind the service line, which is another advantage. They just have to keep executing.
The danger that Egypt possess across the net is there to people to see. It ricochets through the block.
The Egyptian hitters seem to have like a laser focus somewhere on their arms. They're so precise. They're hitting the German blocks at exactly the right spot to get those kills.
Right into the corner, angle to angle. That serve is a beauty.
Right in that deep back corner of the court. It's a money shot a lot of the time, and you can still see Germany just really not communicating very well. They're kind of looking at each other to pick up balls. Abuel here is a good server. He's going to put it exactly where he needs to.
Chance here for Egypt to extend it. Great hustle. Trap volleys that ball back. It's going to be a free ball attack. 3 front court for Egypt. Resilient defense here from Germany. Can Egypt put it away? The 3rd time of asking. No. Oh, that's using your head, that is. Germany coming in quick. Can they steal the point? It's reversing, it's tight. Oh, an error from Renger. Not the way you want to lose the point.
No, that is
devastating. Rally.
That is devastating. Both sides playing their absolute hearts out to keep that ball alive, and for it to end on an error like that, that's pretty deflating.
Well, we talked about the captain's role, but there we see Sheba, the one driving the team, just get them back in together in the circle.
Yeah, you can think of your setters as a general on court. They're the ones that are setting the plays. They're the ones setting up players like Albrecht for a kill like that.
That is an incredible swing down the line. Again, Torben Shiva is still marshalling from a setter's point of view. He's still marshalling and talking to his troops, even though they're ready to receive ready to serve and defend.
Yeah, and the setter plays a really important role. They often don't get the credit they deserve. They're like a linchpin between the defense and the offense. They can, if you have a good one, they can turn an okay pass into a kill. And Renger is one of those quality setters that can do that, as we saw right there.
GER-EGY is one of those hitters, 50 years old, 7th Paralympics. He was recognized back in 2020 for part of the World Para Volley for their 40th anniversary, as a handful of players here at the Paralympics were, for all the support and the work and the dedication to sport that they put in. It was quite spectacular, the players we've got here.
Yeah, we've got a lot of legends here in sitting volleyball.
On comms as well as on court.
That's very kind.
Egypt back with that 4-point lead. Germany closed it to 2, but just really can't find enough pressure from the service line themselves. Egypt coming back each time. So they make a change. The captain goes off, GER-EGY. We see Francis Tonlu back on
Yeah, I think Tonlu can bring a little bit of energy and some passion. I think the Germans could really do with an injection of that right now.
Yazid with the serve. Tonlu comes straight into the action, and that's what he can do. When he's on fire, he is absolutely unstoppable.
Yep, definitely. He's a huge hitter. He easily found that hole on the outside of that block and took right advantage.
He'd been sitting there watching this set thinking, let me in there, coach, get me in there, coach. But now he's got to show what he can do.
Yep, absolutely, but he's got to stay disciplined.
That's a really good disciplined block. Renger and Shiva together.
Yeah, I mean, look at the faces on these German players. Their body language is completely transformed just in those 2 points. And there you can see Egypt also transforming their body language. They're showing a bit of frustration. So this is a little bit of a window of opportunity for Germany if they can pull it off.
That's when the setter doesn't put the ball quite right where they want it. It's always the setter's fault. Pushed over by Egypt. Back to the net, Tonlu. Can't find the gap. It's a roll shot in the middle. Germany a little bit quicker on the defense, but Tonlu using every inch of his height here. And then on the angle, well, he wasn't called for lifting there, but how has he created that angle?
That is a really good question. What a big kill, and he's just exactly what they needed, the antidote to this kind of apathy. The Egyptian players pulling their hands down, he really leaned back. That's usually a good sign that ball's going off hands, but he adjusted right again and snapped and brought that ball down.
Well, the Paris Arena now just short 5,000 in it. How the coaches get the message across in this noise is deafening.
No, you almost need a megaphone to be down there on the court.
These are some of the highlights of that last point. Some fantastic rallies. This is a spectacle of what City Volleyball is all about. Armour coming on for Egypt as a substitute. He comes on to replace Abdallah.
Substitution. Out goes number 4, Abdallah.
So Germany have got it back. They were 4 points down. It's now closer to a 1 point game. Can they maintain that momentum is the question. Well, it's that man at the net, and he has leveled the game with a big block.
Yeah, Tonlu is making his presence known here in the North Paris Arena. He's only been in for a few points, and he's basically responsible for the last 3 or 4.
Egypt having to hustle. Nice switch. This one's very smartly played off the hands of the block and out of play from Germany.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of power. You just need a little bit of finesse. That was a lovely play from Renger.
Nothing the Egyptian block can do about that. His outside hand is flat. The German hands are going to use it. Change of attack this time coming in for Egypt. And an error coming in. Germany on a roll here.
I mean, this is exactly what you want in a medal match at the Paralympics. You want 2 teams absolutely at the throats of each other, grappling for every single point.
6 in a row for Germany. Egypt still have 1 timeout remaining, but they do go with a substitution instead, just to slow it down a little bit. Masoud coming in for Abu El Yassid.
And they might just be looking to put in some different personnel on the court, giving Germany something a little bit different to work with. They've clearly clocked the players on the floor.
This one's caught the hands of Germany first. That's a challenge, isn't it? When you're serving, that ball's coming over your head, not to touch it first.
Yeah, it's really difficult to do because you've got to get your hands basically right behind that ball just in case it hits the block. You've got to be ready to push it back over.
Quick on 2. Well, we talk about how influential Tonlu has been, but Torben Shiva has been dictating the play and been controlling this on the court, you mentioned earlier on, and that's been so influential in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shiva, he's a good player. He sees the court. All good setters see the court on both sides of the net. And in that play, he went up to take that set. He saw there were no blockers, and he just put the ball down.
Use of the peripheral vision for the set, really important. Mateusz Tigler comes in for Thomas Renger on the back line. And now Egypt do call for their second timeout. They find themselves down by 2 points. They were leading 18-14. They thought they had it all their own way. Not in sitting volleyball here, not at a bronze medal match do they get that.
Nothing is a given in this game.
Eltwig doing the talking for this team.
You can really see how the Egyptian team look up to Eltwig. When he speaks, they all listen. And that just shows that when he speaks, he has something worthwhile to say. It's a good sign of good leadership.
Well, the Parisian wave goes around the North Paris arena as the German onslaught continues here against Egypt. And the captain comes up with a big swing. He wants a second one. Well, if you're ever going to go to one man in your team where your chips are down, it's that man there, isn't it? Eltwig.
That's exactly right. He's such a solid player. He plays cool and collected. He knew if he just kept swinging, eventually something was going to catch. And this time it was the German block was set, but they weren't quite penetrated enough, and the ball just landed in front of Shiva.
Nice work. Good save, big block. Well, there is a held ball called. The head coach from Germany had his hands up early on to the referee to say, come on, you've got to call that one. His hand was underneath the ball, lifting it up.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say, really? Both players are playing so hard. Egypt were desperately trying to get that ball back over. The German block is there, but...
Lifting it. As you said, it's so tough, isn't it? That extra millimetre you want to give yourself with the aggression that the attackers are coming in. It's a tough one, but that's why both referees are making these calls as well. Now, Tonu's done his job front row, and they're bringing Schrapp back on for that extra defensive work, the experience he has on the serve-receive.
Yeah, Schrapp's an excellent receiver. He's a great defensive player. And especially at this point, in a match like this, you need steadiness.
He's been called in. You just called that. And this one's dropped short. He couldn't quite get his hand underneath it to set. It was so low. And it is.
Yeah, there's a bit of like a difficult area when you're receiving a ball. It's kind of between your shoulders and your hips. It's really difficult to get control of that ball without lifting. Schrapp not able to get his platform up. He kind of did what he could, really.
Well, Lucas Shivi coming in for Torben Shiva. Interesting substitution. Shivi on now at the net. 22-22. Well, Schiffler had the gap. There's an inquest going on here on the Egyptian squad. Look at each other going, who was supposed to pick him up? How has that happened?
No, and the thing that really helped the Germans was Shivi was able to put that ball out nice and fast.
Yellow card has been issued to Abdel Latif, the libero wearing number 10. It's just a warning. No points or anything lost against it. Well, the sub is replaced. So Torben Shiva back on. Shivi goes back to the bench. He did his job. He got the point. It's a 1-point game, 23-22. Can Germany level this bronze medal match? Little pancake, first one of the game for Germany. But Egypt still have a chance. Great pickup. Really good response from Germany. Egypt come again. Albrecht off the hands. Herzog comes in to celebrate as well.
What a point for Germany.
Abdel Latif is being pulled back as he's not happy with Herzog in this celebration.
That's exactly what you need in a rally like that. Just really smart, confident play. That was a huge point for Germany.
Yeah, Latif is rattled. Herzog, although to be fair, the German coach did cross the 2 meter line. He probably shouldn't have done that through the net. That's the player in him still, isn't it? He gives a thumbs up. The referee's just said, simmer down. Calm down, young man. It's set point to Germany, 24-22. Fascinating game. Big block. Germany, can they take the set here? Reacted well. Egypt again, off tempo, really intelligent from Abu El Yazid. Coolish light, look at him. Love his reactions.
That Shiva probably could have been a little bit closer to the line on that, but that was some really, really smart play by Egypt. They're really holding their own here.
Germany calling for a timeout with set point on their side. This is almost just to disrupt the server, isn't it?
It is.
Just break that momentum, Egypt.
Absolutely, and you know, they need this set. They'll want this set. They want to get a definitive win on this. Anything they can do to give them any chance of hanging on to this, they're going to take it.
So they were 14-18 down. Then they got the lead by 2 points, 22-20. Egypt came back 22 all. And it's just a real battle. Look at the supporters there, hands on hips. There's a tension about the Germans at the moment. They just want to see that 1 point, that's all they need. They'll smile, they'll dance, they'll sing. They'll do anything our sports presentation team here say if they get the next point, I think.
I think you're probably right. And this is always a nerve-wracking point. Egypt are very much still in this. And as we've seen, anything can happen in sitting volleyball.
Still set points, the second set point for Germany. One side, that is all they need. They go to their main man, but the set's so wide. Quick reactions. Oh, well, it's a missed set, really, but Wiesenthal has done it.
Wiesenthal really showing his quality there. It took a lot of discipline to not reach over the net.
Well, this one with Abu El Yazid falling away to his left-hand side. The block there from Wiesenthal just had enough to sneak it back inside on the Egyptian side, and Germany have leveled this bronze medal match.
And I just want to point out the ab strength, the core strength it took for Wiesenthal to hold that block. He was at a 45-degree angle. There was nothing holding him up there.
Well, it's not just the players needing a rest. It looked like the German coach needed one there. Let's confirm the set score there. 25-23, the second set. This game is tied at 1 set all. Well, Kendra, over to you with these stats.
Well, look at the blocking. I think that's what did it for Germany here. They were so fast on the net in this set. They were able to close. They penetrated every time, and that made the difference, really.
Well, a massive difference in the error count as well. They're not coming up on the stats there, but we saw 25 points given away on both teams in that first set. In the second set, only 4 errors by Germany, 7 by Egypt.
Yeah, and I think those errors were starting to happen as Egypt started to get a little bit frustrated, a little bit overwhelmed. The Germans really pulled back from behind. They got a good string of points there in the middle of that set. That rattled Egypt, and they just couldn't really rally. They were trying too hard, and that's what happens.
Yeah, look at the stats as well as we see the highlights here. Egypt just not able to put the ball down enough when they got the attacks in there. German defense was really, really good.
Yeah, it was the best defense we've seen Germany play here so far. I think they were so fast. They were moving around the court, and it paid off for them in the end.
Well, there's that final point, the celebration. So as we get ready for the third set, just talk us through then what it's like on that court when you've got a crowd of nearly 5,000 people. Because on the World Championships and the World Cups, they're not getting crowds like this. This is the Paralympic Games. What is it like when you're there courtside with this noise?
The energy is absolutely electric. You can physically feel it. Even me sitting here today, I've kind of got goosebumps every once in a while. There's a little tingle going down the spine. You want it so bad, and you can just feel that energy from the crowd, and that it can help you or it can hurt you. It just depends on how you handle it. But these players, I mean, all of these players, everybody wants to win bronze, but especially these two teams, they want to prove themselves. They want to get another medal. It's been a few games since either of them have been in this position. They've got something to prove. They've got some older players, really experienced players.
A change coming in for Germany here. Matthias Tigler starts in place of Thomas Renger. No changes for Egypt. They remain the same as they have done for the last two sets. Renger goes to the bench, and Matthias Tigler, the 28-year-old, comes in to start with his first game. Oh, this one is snuck inside the block.
It certainly has. But once again, if those hands aren't super tight on that tape of the net, that's where the ball's going to go.
That top speed, dangerous serve from the Egyptian captain. Oh, that's nice. He had plenty of time, but quick reactions from Khamis. Have Egypt stole it at the last minute? No, Musa's just dragged that a bit wide.
Well, that's a really nice leaf by Tigler. Very good court awareness. Just going back to that serve by El Shweik, the amount of power that these guys are able to get on this ball, and they're ultimately sat on the ground. They don't have legs to push them. They can't jump. It's so impressive.
No touch from the Egyptian block there. This one's gone into net. Germany give away the point. Egypt lead 2-1. Oh, this one's just hit the tape and trickled over. It's an ace serve for Egypt. They're second in 3 points.
Germany looking a little bit stagnant over there. They need to pick up their energy.
That's not a bad start then.
It's not a bad start. Leave it to Heiko. He almost uses his arm like a whip. He really winds it back, and then it's like, whoop, pow. It's really hard to read.
Oh, it's an ace serve. Some people say we don't use whoop-pow enough.
I would agree with that. But look at what just 2 points. They've made a huge difference on the German side of the court. Their energy's completely changed. Egypt's energy's completely changed. They're not communicating. This is exactly what Germany need to do if they're going to keep going.
Well, Musa questioning the referee, but it wasn't about a touch off the block or anything out of play. It was actually a lift that was given against the Egyptian attacker, which is what the referee called. Germany lead 4-3. Wiesenthal with the serve. Has to be a roll shot from Egypt. And then that just gives the time for Germany. And Albrecht dangerous from both left and right side on attacks.
Albrecht is seriously dangerous, especially when he's got a good set and he's in a good body position. There's really no stopping him. He's a beast on court.
Early 2-point advantage has gone from Egypt, and now Germany have it. Can they extend that to 3? They've got opportunity here with Tigler on the set, and that is a powerful swing.
Tigler doing such a good job of moving along that court. He moved to the left side to block, and then he was back in position to set, really setting up Albrecht for that kill.
Yeah, one-on-one. No middle blocker there for him. That is going to be a point for Albrecht all the time. That's a smart play from the back line.
Yeah, it's what we come to expect from El Shweik. When the chips are down, he's your man.
Right, I can't do it all. I can't set and attack and serve.
Oh, if only he could.
Well, he can, to be fair, he is. Nice reverse set. We're seeing now the expertise of the attackers. It's not just about the power, it's that placement. So we saw it with El Shweik a point before, and Albrecht there, not going for power, but using the block well. And that's the way the game's changed slightly as well, hasn't it? Yeah,
it has. Players are playing a lot smarter. They're just thinking more rather than desperately trying to swing at the ball.
Lift called against Abdallah. Kamis not happy with that one. He's still talking to the referee as a timeout's been called by Egypt. They find themselves down 4 points. Let's watch this back.
You can just see Abdullah, he kind of popped up a little bit there.
The back of the hand underneath the ball and forcing it over on too long contact. So just a calming moment for Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt just need to settle back in. They've obviously shown us what they're capable of. They're capable of beating Germany, obviously. But they're just making some silly errors. They're not in the right spot. They're not communicating very well right now, and they're not the team that won set one.
Florian Singer's family there, wearing the number 7. It's been great to see all the family members around the Paralympics here at the Sitting Volleyball post-game. The atmosphere outside with all the spectators has been incredible. It's just as good on this court right now in this bronze medal match. Quick push down the line, or kept alive by Germany. Egypt want to get an immediate response, and they do get so with Kamis.
Kamis is another big point scorer. He hasn't really been in this match as much as he has in the past, but you can really see him go for that. He's reaching for those high hands. He's just getting the job done.
Now it's off the fingertips of the German block. Well, they got the point after the timeout. Now, can they start to build on it? Force the errors from Germany. Well, they start with some good defense. Have they kept it alive? The referee says no. There's another handling error, a lift call again. Germany, now they've slowed the pace down without Visental in the middle. They are finding the gaps out wide. Zikri, who's come in for Egypt.
Yeah, El Shweik doing very well in that last swing. Germans really tried to bring their hands back, but they didn't get him down in time. He just clipped those fingers, and that ball was nowhere near a German defender.
Chance here for Germany. Evasive action there for Zikri as he just makes his appearance onto court. He'll go off. Abdul Latif will come on. Defensive work.
Yeah, El Shweik didn't close that block there. That left Zikri wide open in the back of the court. Schrapp no doubt knew he was back there. He's a slightly less experienced player than the rest, so he's gonna nail him.
Has he got the touch? No. Well, the appeal was there until the referee decided. El Shweik said, okay. Yes, rattle across the tape and out of play. Well, Germany here, 5 points leading, 11-6.
Yeah, it took him a little bit of time to get into the rhythm, but now that they've found them, they are motoring away.
It seems every point Egypt win, there's still something not quite right.
Yeah, you can see the looks on their faces. Some of them are getting really frustrated that things aren't going their way. Some of the calls aren't going their way. And when you're in a match like this against a team like Germany, you've got to hold your nerve. You've got to stay steady and not let those things get to you. Just focus on each point at a time.
Nice touch. Can the captain get the wipe off? This time he purposefully makes sure those hands do get touched.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't leaving anything to chance on that swing, was he? That was a really nice set out to him as well.
Substitution for Germany. Coming out, number 14, Torben Schwieber. Coming in, number 11, Lucas Schiebe.
So the switch is back on, and Lucas Schiebe comes back in on that front court and gets a shutout block.
That's exactly why you want to make a substitution like that. It's just a different person on the court. It can change things and just give you that little slight edge there. Schiebe doing very well. He's a really good player. He's very fast. He's really disciplined.
Little tip into the corner. Nice spot there by Abu El Yazid.
Yeah, he saw that corner wide open. He just nicked that back line. There was no chance that was coming back. Really smart play.
Trap was stranded there and knew as soon as that ball went over his head, there's nothing he could do about that one.
Yeah, he got stuck. I think he went up looking for a short tip and just got caught off balance.
Well, El-Shriek has the ball on the service line. We know what this can generally mean. Pressure for Germany. Try and slow it down with a deep ball. Good aggression, nice touch on the second time by Germany. But no, because they can't get the attack away, they're just inviting the pressure from Egypt. 10-12.
It's a lovely back set by El-Shriek. Albrecht pulling his hands down again, and that just left Shivy completely exposed.
Start of the comeback is on for Egypt. That's a brilliant serve again. Well, this one's going to be called for a lift or double contact. It's so quick. The milliseconds of time they've got to react to that. It's
yeah, and
the
ball,
my hands went together. He says, "Look, they were that." No, they weren't.
It can sometimes be really hard to tell what happens there at the net. That ball moves so fast and touches so many people.
Nice position. Musa gives himself a bit of space on that 2-meter line to come into it and really launch his arm through, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and it looks like Heiko wasn't quite penetrated far enough over that net. You saw after that point ended, he kind of looked at his hands like, ah.
Zikri comes in, wearing number 13, back on the front line. Little tip from Shivy. Albrecht down the line with the left hand. Almost a bit of confusion.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the Germans are really trying to speed up that offense. They're trying to catch the Egyptians a little bit off their game, and I think that's exactly what happened. Things were just moving a little bit too fast.
Abdul Latif coming in and just giving a bit of an embrace there to Zikri as well. So it's not your fault, it's all right. Let's go again.
It's really nice to see the Egyptian players. They support each other really well.
El-Shriek forcing the error from Germany. Double contact called from Albrecht on that second touch as he's falling away.
Yeah, it took a lot of effort there from Albrecht to get to that ball, but it's just not clean enough.
See with the reverse. Albrecht, well, that one bounces off his head and out of play.
That was a huge block by Khamis. He is one of Egypt's best blockers. He's gotten them loads of points for that. And it's because of that really good technique. He's so tight to the net. His hands are not very tall, but they're always over.
Free ball for Egypt, but it's a tight one. Zikri does what he can. Germany not able to get the attack away yet. Looking for the gap here, Germany are. They find the line. Oh, the defense from 5 to 5. Who needs 3 touches, eh?
You don't always need to get a big kill. Sometimes it's a dig kill, Mark. El-Shriek doing well to hold his nerve there. That was a big swing.
Well, they've done what they need to do to start with. This is going to be a let. They've leveled the game at 14-14.
Well, it just shows how important momentum and energy are in this game. Standing volleyball, sitting volleyball, beach volleyball. It's a huge part of this sport.
And now it's shifted. Germany were leading by 4 at 12-8.
And this is where that Egyptian emotion comes in really handy. They are riding the wave of this adrenaline. It's going to pay off really well if they can control it. If they don't control it, it might result in some errors, but if they can bottle it up, it'll get them a few more points.
Todlu comes on for Germany. And he make an immediate impact in the front line. He doesn't get a chance here. They can't get a swing away with the first time. Is that going to be costly? It is. Egypt regain the lead and now extend it. 16-14.
That was a great push into the German defense by Musa. Germany leaving a little bit of a hole there, taking full advantage, getting his team a really easy point.
Yazid with the serve, Albrecht on the attack. Egypt come again. GER-EGY turning provider. Quick reactions by Tonlu. And again, Egypt come again. It wasn't the cleanest set, but it was a happy one for Egypt. And now, Khamis, he's quick to criticise, but he's also very quick to celebrate, as they all are around with GER-EGY now.
Yeah, GER-EGY doing well. That ball was Khamis doing really well. That was a really tight ball. He was able to get in, put some power behind that.
Tonlu goes high and hard. There's a bit of confusion. Abouel El Yazid coming in alongside GER-EGY. There's a little bit of a fraction there as they come in.
GER-EGY looked like he couldn't really get out of Abouel Yazid's way there. And, you know, once again, Egypt have lost a point or two here. This is an opportunity for Germany.
Nice high set. That just settles it down a bit.
Yeah, that was good timing from Musa. Just really taking charge out there. He's like, nah, we're done with this. I want to serve now.
(18-15). That's a brilliant swing. What a take by Albrecht. Germany keep it alive. Can they steal the point? Incredible!
That was an amazing swing by Tonlu.
Watch this one back.
Just finding GER-EGY's hands off the net.
Defense by Albrecht on the take-up as well.
I think he just happened to have his torso in the right spot, to be honest.
That's half the battle. Get your body in the lane. Put your body on the line, isn't it?
Yep, exactly right.
Well, 16-18. This game is a long way to go still in it. Short serve. Quick by Germany. High little tip. Thrown back at them by Germany. Egypt come again, dropping that one short. No attack for Tonlu. It goes out wide to Schiffler. And Herzog with a trademark celebration there.
Yeah, Germany really coming alive again. Seems like every time Tonlu's on the floor, they just get an injection of adrenaline. Egypt doing really well to hold them off, but again, it's just a little bit of a miscommunication. They're not really firing on all cylinders yet, and it's allowing Germany to catch up.
Wrong shot. Down the line. Has it touched the block? No, this is just all about the tape of the net. But it's taken that ball long, and we've leveled the game at 18-18.
You can see how badly El Shweik wanted that. That line shot was wide open. That camera angle showed us just what was there. He wanted that so bad.
Well, a second timeout for Egypt. They've used both of their timeouts now. The score is level, 18-18. Well, the Egyptian flags and the German flags flying around the North Paris Arena here. Finely poised, one set apiece, 18 points all in the third set in a best-of-5 set bronze medal match. This is what it's all about, isn't it?
It is neck and neck, point for point. It's great for the crowd, exhausting for the players, not just physically, but emotionally.
It's kept alive, El Shweik. Can't put it down. Germany not able to get the attack away, though, properly. Quick play by Khamis.
You can always count on Khamis to bring the aggression, bring that power just when they need it. He doesn't do anything by halves.
He saw that ball just coming onto his head. He was like, there's one place this is going. Courtside assistants doing a sterling job today. Siegfried back to serve. Well, that's German efficiency at its best.
An absolute beaut of a hit from Schiffler. Big line shot available even without Elschwig's hands coming down.
Line serve on two, thrown back at him by Schiffler, the second time of asking. The referee is called for lifting off the floor here on Alexander Schiffler. He's furious about that.
Yeah, Schiffler can't quite believe it, but you can see it here on the replay. A lot of times players don't even know they do this, so they get really frustrated when the referees call them on it.
They've got the left hand on the floor, haven't they? And that's just given that extra stability. But as soon as they lean more on the hand, their body lifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart play, that is intelligent. That's one for the Setters Club.
Shiva's a very, very clever setter. It's almost like he kind of knew he was going to do that before anybody else did, really.
Again, as a setter, they're watching what happens on the other side of the court, watching their attackers, where the ball's coming in. There's so many things that the setter has to process before that ball comes in, and then they have to make that decision. The error coming in from the attack has just put the lead back onto the Germany side, 21-20. Backcourt swing for Musa, off the hands. Well, Egypt have used this backcourt so well and very intelligent, not trying to force the middle attack, haven't they?
Yeah, they absolutely have. That's a really good effort from Ranger, who's able to get his feet out from behind him, really launched himself backwards, but the Egyptians put so much power behind that ball, it was well out of reach.
(21-21). Albrecht, no block. Point for Germany.
We haven't really seen Albrecht show up like this yet in this tournament. It's really nice to see. He did a really nice job adjusting to that set. He pulled himself off the net a bit. But what that can sometimes do is it opens up your sight. You can see the court more. Gives you a lot of options as a hitter. Just like what Musa just did.
It's so simple, isn't it? Dig, set, spike. That's all you got to do.
Easy as that.
So that's what the coaches are saying in timeouts, isn't it? It's 22-22. Which team is going to nick this point? It's tight on the net. Really intelligent. Abu El Yazid has sold Albrecht there at the net. Watch the hand movement here.
Right off the forearms of Albrecht. It's one of the disadvantages when you go up too high, you don't have any control of your forearms. You can't control the ball there. Abu El Yazid wipes right off of Dominic Albrecht. Easy point for Egypt.
Well, it's a timeout this time for Germany. 23-22. Well, it's a carnival feel here in the North Paris Arena. The 12 men on court are working so hard. Egypt lead by 1. 23-22 in the third set. Germany looking to get a response here, otherwise they'll be set point down. Egypt try to sneak it away, but no. Hippo was across the line. It's a backcourt play.
Yeah, back row players, if they contact the ball above the plane of the net, they have to be sat behind that line, and that's just what Kamis got caught out on. That was a lucky break for Germany.
Almost need to wait and just dig that ball over. But 23-23, one team in a moment will be serving for the third set. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Egypt. That man again, Abu El Yazid, coming off the hands. The 6th point of the game.
Germany are going to have to really dig deep here. Egypt win this point, they take the match. No, sorry, they don't take the match. They take set 3, excuse me.
They take advantage into the match.
They take advantage in the match, and that's going to put Germany on the back foot. And whoever wins this set is going to have the momentum. They're going to have that energy going into set 4, and that's going to give them a huge advantage.
Well, Germany looking calm, cool and collected. They know what to do. They find themselves a set point down.
Well, we're talking about what Germany needs to do, but Egypt also have a job here. They're on set point. They've got the advantage, but it's not a given.
There's no such thing as the easy serve either, is there? They've got to be aggressive. Aggressive they are. Albrecht, he's too wide, he can't get the attack in. And the handling call has been given. Egypt close it out at the first time of asking. What a celebration that is from the team.
That's a huge win for Egypt. They did a really good job of sticking with Germany. Germany came out swinging.
Renger it is. Called with a throw. Well, that's an emotional roller coaster for both teams. They had ups, they had downs. But we'll just confirm that final score for you in the 3rd set. Here it is, 25-23. How close this game has been. This bronze medal match is spectacular. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what the stats say about this game so far and where they're at in that specific set. Let's have a look.
Yeah, Egypt just came out swinging. You can see 5 extra kills. They got some really good digs, an extra ace. And again, it's faults. Germany only lost that set by 2 points, and that 2 errors, that was it.
Yeah, Germany just error count slightly higher as well. That one, 6 errors from Germany, 9 from Egypt, but Egypt outscoring on the attack, so it's kind of that fine balance.
Yeah, at this point, Egypt just need to keep doing what they're doing.
There's the highlights of the 3rd set in this men's bronze medal match. Well, Dave Rogers and Julien, the sports press team, getting the best out the crowd they can. Well, the players giving everything they can on court. Well, the light show's about to ring around the North Paris Arena as we get ready for set number 4 in this men's bronze medal match. Tonlu comes back on to start for Germany. Renger back in, starting also in this 4th set. Let's have a check on the changes, if any, for Egypt. They revert back to their original lineup. So GEG-EGY goes back onto the bench. In fact, they have made one change, I apologize. In fact, their captain, Elshreik, is on the bench here. And coming on for him is Armour. That'll be an interesting one to see how that makes a difference here, with Egypt needing this.
Yeah, and you can tell on the German side by who they've put on court. They're going to come out swinging here. They've got Tonlu, they've got Albrecht, they've got all the big guns. right there in the front row.
And they haven't got Egypt haven't got the touch. The first point's gone the way for Germany. It'll be interesting to see how the leadership comes now on court for Egypt without Eltreek being there. Who takes control?
Yeah, those are big shoes to fill.
Well, it's a perfect start for Germany. Tonlu on the right side.
I love Tonlu's celebrations after he gets kills. He's so passionate, and he really brings a lot of energy onto this German court.
No quick attack for Egypt. Germany giving the options and time for Egypt now. But could that be costly? No, it's a big block. Tonlu again. Cue the celebration. That ball has just caught the line.
And that's all you need. You just needed to touch the line there. Really nice close by Wiesenthal as well.
Egypt scrambling. Germany in control at the moment. And it's a 4-0 lead. May we see an early timeout from Egypt.
Abouel Yazid just sitting there waiting for his teammates to explain what on earth just happened.
Substitute comes in. The captain comes back on. We have a fiery exchange between him and the coach. Abdo also coming on. Well, Abdo doesn't come on. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Eltreek puts himself on for Armour. There's going to be a card issued here. This is probably going to be a time delay card. There's that little conflict between the coach and the captain. There's a yellow card for a time delay given.
Yeah, emotions are going to be running high right now. Egypt down 4-0. That's not a place they want to be, but boy, you've got to hold your nerve here. You've got to keep your structure. Let your coach lead you.
An immediate response needed for Egypt. They get it. And look at that. Kamis goes straight to his captain. Arm around him.
It's a great swing by Abouel here. He's a really powerful player, and he brings a lot of experience as well. That's a deadly combination.
Talk about bottling their energy, attitude, enthusiasm. It's going to have to be a strong bottle, isn't it?
It is. And Germany are going to have to hold their nerve. Wiesenthal going for that kind of classic, really fast approach, but sometimes when the hitters catch the ball behind their body and still bring their hands over in front of them, that's an automatic carry call.
2 points for Egypt back. The captain serving again, causing trouble. Albrecht. Well, it's just wide.
Yeah, Albrecht did well. That ball was flying out of bounds. He used his height to try and bring it back in, but just not able to get quite the right angle.
Well, the bench is all smiles now. There was a few earlier that weren't quite smiles.
It's amazing what a few points can do.
Oh, yes. Out wide to Albrecht. He's found an angle there beautifully.
Yeah, that was really nice. Albrecht's body was facing inside the court, which we'll see here, but he's able to turn that wrist and redirect that ball. That caught Egyptian defense off guard.
Long serve from Tonlu. That gets the bench on their feet celebrating. Abdallah makes his way back on. Abdel Latif back. They embrace him as well.
The Egyptians are so passionate. I love to see that. I really do.
This time the ball does what it needs to do for Germany.
Shiva doing really well to bring that ball back in. He was falling backwards, but he's just able to place it in exactly the right position.
It's a must-win set for Germany to keep this game alive. Into the block, second time of asking, it drops around the back.
Yeah, Egypt block coming back in the game, serving them very well.
Well, Renga spinning around there, just losing it behind him. Renga makes up for it straight away.
Yeah, he's showing his speed. He put himself in position. There were no Egyptian hands. Look, not, well, actually there were in the middle, but he had his wing options and he took them. Abdullah not expecting that.
Waiting serve. Attack coming down the line for Musa.
That's a great line shot for Musa. Right-handed player. He was facing inward on the court. That's a lovely turn, a drop of that thumb, and away the ball went.
Egypt still trailing, but only by 1 now. Lifting called. Abdullah was celebrating, and then he realised, oh, hang on. Nope, not for me. There, yeah, you can just see him lifting up. No yet, doesn't know yet. Then he goes, oh, yes, oh. Right, a red card has been issued here to Abdullah. The red card is also going to mean a point. Serve doesn't go over because he's already got the serve, but it is an extra point, so it's now 9-6. That's something he said.
Well, only the captain is allowed to approach the referees.
Well, this emotional roller coaster for Egypt continues in this 4th set. They back down again by 4 points, 10-6, and a timeout is called by the head coach.
Allez, l'arrêt là par Nord, c'est l'heure de sortir tous vos drapeaux, les drapeaux allemands, les drapeaux égyptiens, les drapeaux français, si vous en avez.
Well, Egypt having to work this out themselves at the moment. As a team on court, the coach giving them the time to think and discuss. They've got to work it out. As we said, the emotions riding high. We've seen a time delay given, we've seen a red card given, but we've also seen Egypt come back into this game. So
yep. They're certainly not out of it. And of course the emotions are going to be running high. This is a bronze medal match. If the loser goes home with nothing.
And the captain, El Shweik, down the line with an absolute monster. Wry smile. Tonlu, can he follow up? Musa using his head again on the defense. Tonlu goes on 2 with the tip. El Shweik, big block. That's a massive block. Germany celebrate together.
Definition of a monster block. Look at that positioning by Schrapp. He's covering El Shweik's shoulders. His hands are over the net.
Captain on captain is a real battle, isn't it?
That it is.
11-7. Lovely tip.
It's El Shweik this time coming out on top on the captain-captain action.
In Tokyo, in the 5th place match, Egypt and Germany went head-to-head. It went all the way to 5. Are we seeing another 5-setter here in the bronze medal match in Paris 2024? High and wide to Tonlu, he's got space. Tries to cut it too much. Error from the big German.
You can see him really winding up there, but he was hitting like he was right on top of the net, bringing that ball down, but there was a lot of space. That ball needed to travel first.
Quick attack in the middle for Wiesenthal. And cool and calm, Abu El-Yazid just dispatches that ball to the corner.
Just takes that one little step back, gives himself the time to find the right spot for that ball, and find it he did.
Close the gap to 1 point. Can they level it here? Good save. Smart play from Heiko Wiesenthal, the 49-year-old.
Shiva doing really well to find Wiesenthal there. And Wiesenthal doing well to find the outside of Abu El-Yazid's hands there.
Almost like going to the headmaster's office, isn't it, going to the first referee? It's an ace serve for Germany. This one drifts over into the corner.
It's a really nice spot. Khamis clearly thought that was going out.
It's the back line. They've been successful on all backline attacks so far. Not this time, but Tonlu has put that into danger zone. And Germany have got away with one there, I think.
Yeah, they have. It looks like somebody was called for a lift. Some great defense there by Germany. Excellent blocking, as we've seen for most of this match.
It's back to a 4-point game. Oh, Tonlu! Shut out with the outside hand.
Absolute roof block.
Huge celebration. Look out, Usain. You've got competition. He'd quite happily sit there for the whole time and just celebrate with the crowd, wouldn't he?
I think he would,
Let
yeah.
me show you my moves. Well, a timeout call for Egypt. Germany united as one. Egypt at the moment in little pods in their conversation.
Yeah, very different body language in both of those, if you can call them both huddles. Egypt looked quite desperate there. Some of them are arguing, some of them are having very impassioned conversations, whereas Germany all standing together, reinforcing with each other. This is what we're here to do. We're a team. We're going to do this together, and that's what you need. That's why they're here.
Zekri does come in, number 13, to take on setting duty, and he goes to his captain, the reverse set.
Yeah, great swing from El Shweik there.
Immediate response. Again, the captain causing trouble from the service line. Egypt get the point. Strap now gets called to the headmaster's office.
Wiesenthal desperately trying to change the referee's mind, but it's just not going to happen. Schrapp, I think, just going up to clarify who the call was on. Sometimes players just need to kind of like vent that frustrated energy, and unfortunately the referee's often on the receiving end.
Good joust at the net. Big swing coming in. Hasn't got the touch though. Tonlu wheels away as he goes back to serve, knowing that ball has gone long, giving Germany back the 4-point lead. Time and time again, we've seen Egypt claw this back. They're running out of side outs now. Back end of this third set. There's a beautiful little tip. That was very, very smartly played.
I love a bit of finesse, and Abu El-Yazid has that in spades. He saw that really, really difficult spot there, really tight on the net on the wing, and it just placed it just so.
always seeing the game a little like a second ahead, isn't it? And then just knowing all his options available, he just picks the right one.
Yeah, that's right. And you've got to make that decision without really giving anything away to the defense.
Trapp doing great work defensively, keeping that ball alive. Oh, it's going to go to Alette. Well, you could tell there, no matter what was going to happen, Abu El Yazid was going to win that point, or he was going to win the battle. The point was Alette. He knew that. He's like, "Urgh."
Yeah, he's making a point there, isn't he? He's not getting a point.
He bared his teeth on that one. Nice set. Drew the block in. Albrecht with the tip. Great defense. Has come straight over. Pancake from the captain. Albrecht with the power to the captain again. Great hustle in the air. This one's gone long. Herzog celebrating again. Germany take the point.
That is a huge point to win for Germany. It was a great rally. All the teams putting their everything into that, but it ended on a huge swing from Dominic. That's going to leave Egypt on an even lower emotional wave.
German coach playing every point.
I'm sure he wishes he was on the floor with them right now. I certainly would.
Oh, it's almost like he waited too long. The ball was too high. He knew what he was going to do. He was waiting. I need the ball near me.
Yeah, that's an uncharacteristic error there from Ranger. He wanted that one bad. And had he just been a centimeter higher, that was probably going to be a point.
Egypt didn't even flinch. They just didn't.
Well, they didn't know it was coming, did they?
14-17. And is this the start of another comeback for Egypt? Well, it's an off-tempo attack. Albrecht has the chance. Out wide to the captain, off the block.
That's a big swing from Schrapp, and once again, it comes down to the quality of that block. Musa's there, he's in position, but his hands are completely straight, and that allowed Schrapp to deflect the ball off of him.
Just having a chat with the second referee just to confirm who the right server is. They don't want to give away any positional errors here. They can see a fifth set coming, but can they get this set over the line? Got to get it to 25. It's tight at the net, inside. Hell ball. Oh, double contact called on Abdallah. (19-14). Gap just opened up there, and in comes Hamis.
There's not a lot you can do as a defender. Huge gap there in the block, leaves them all completely exposed and court wide open.
That's a great serve. It's an ace serve. Lots of time to bring that one out.
Yeah, that's a great serve. And those really hard flat balls are really hard to get behind and push up at the same time and forward, as we saw there.
Trap. It wasn't the cleanest hit. You can hear the sound of it. He gets another go, tips it inside. Abdallah left-handed. Off the net. Snatching at the sets from Germany. Chance here for Egypt, and they get it back again. It's a two-point game, 17-19.
I feel like I've said this a lot, but we don't need power to win points in this game, and Elshweik knows that. He goes up with such a nice soft touch right behind the block, and that is not easy to do.
Germany calling for the timeout. They're the ones that want to stop this momentum shift that Egypt have got.
Ihr macht das gut, wir hauen nicht hinten drauf. Jetzt müssen wir noch ein bisschen am Block arbeiten. Holt sie. Da geht die Diagonale wieder raus. Und kommt in den Block, schenkt sich unter.
Germany going to have to find an answer here for Egypt's serve. They've gotten a few points on the trot. They've got to stop them now. They have a couple of points ahead, but it won't take long for Egypt to surpass that if they're not careful.
Albrecht gets some firepower from the back line. Egypt with the error. The captain thinks there's a touch. El Shweik pleading. Germany's like, come on, tell them you touched it, please. They didn't see it. Yeah, okay, maybe not. 2017. Renger with the serve. Softly, softly this time, the first touch. Not the second touch, though, from El Shweik. Abdella. Well, it's going to be tight at the net. He's gone down the line. Well, Tonlu left him some space, and he took it.
Yeah, Tonlu seemed to have kind of caught himself off balance there. Yeah, he didn't quite get his hands up in time, but sometimes the best thing you can do is not throw hands up because you'll just get in the defender's way. But Germany showing what they can do. The block is so helpful. It just keeps putting the onus back onto Egypt to make sure that they get that point. They're not giving anything away.
Olin with a nice ball in the lead rope. Who's just come back on. The referee allowing that chase down. Even the ball spinning coming out of the hands. Egypt, well, there could have been a couple of options there of how that point could have gone. The important thing is Germany got the point for them. Hamis.
Yeah, we've got two players touching.
Again, aren't they? Yeah.
Two players touching the ball, not communicating. That's an automatic error. Point to the other team. But you can never count Egypt out, can you?
Down by 3 points again. And it's a softly, softly approach.
Yeah, El Shweik seems to just have the number of the German defense. He's finding those holes on court and just picking them apart.
What Germany didn't want is to have El Shweik there, but also to have Abu El Yazid back front court as well. Zikri's going to have a field day where he picks who he wants to set to.
Yeah, he's got a really strong offense to work for now.
Error there from Germany. Also an error from El Shweik. Tried to find the line.
Yeah, he's trying to find it. He almost wants it too bad. He's working too hard for it, and that sounds like a weird thing to say, but when you're in your head and you want something so bad, that's when those errors start to happen. You've got to trust your training and just take a breath.
Tonlu. Quick over again from Germany, trying to catch Egypt out of position. But in doing so, they put themselves under a little bit more pressure.
Yep, another big swing from Abu El Yazid. We've been seeing those a lot. Germany just not able to get good touches on him.
A high line on the defense for Germany. They know what serve's coming. Change of serve. That flat float. Albrecht shifts himself for a Y. And Zikri gets a shutout block. It's a 1 point game.
Yep, Albrecht has to move quite far off court. That limits his shots. Egypt doing well to take that cross court away from him.
Substitution for Germany.
Tigler coming in for Renger.
In comes number 12,
and this is where Egypt are dangerous. You can see they've still got a lot of energy, but it's turning into a more positive energy. They're encouraging each other. This is where they can do a lot of damage.
That was quick.
And Wiesenthal's one of the fastest, isn't he? You could hardly see his hand move.
He started the first set exactly the same. This is a great example of it.
And credit to Tigler as well. That was a really hard serve coming from El Shweik. He handled that beautifully, put that right into Shiva's hands. Good effort.
Ball back in. It's a free ball, though, coming in for Egypt. Not the cleanest first touch. Chance here for Germany to get it back. Oh, Albrecht at full stretch, just goes wide.
Albrecht really trying to use his height there, but that ball sailed outside of the antenna and landed just outside that line.
Renger back in. Deep. Tonlu has to rescue this back in. Egypt have the advantage here to swing. Oh, so quick by Renger.
Renger going up to set. He sees that block is not there. And he just puts the ball down.
Germany have 2 set points to take this game into a 5th and deciding set, just as they did in Tokyo. That was for 5th and 6th. This is for a bronze medal, though.
Yeah, the stakes are high.
High off the hands. Abu El Yazid does what he does. That's his 10th point of the game.
He almost just comes in and is like, listen, guys, I'm done messing around. I'm going to take charge of this. I'm ending this play. We're going back to the service line. He's done it a few times.
Schiffler in for the captain. Still set point for Germany. They need one side out. It's not as easy as that, though. Schiffler shows how easy it is. It comes off the hands. We are going to 5.
And that's a big moment. Schiffler coming off the bench like that. He's a little bit cold. He's not as in the game as he would be on the floor. And for him to just come and swing off Egypt's hands like it's absolutely no big deal. That's exactly why they put him on court.
Well, a remarkable set. Here's the story of the game so far then. 25-23 is the 4th set score to Germany. It's 2 sets apiece. This is now a race to 15 points. They'll change ends. The captains are currently at the moment just flipping the coin to see who's going to go as we look at the stats. Even on attacks, blocks, not much difference in it. And likewise the aces in this game. It's all so close. Error count is exactly the same. This is how tight this game is. A race to 15 for a bronze medal. Well, the scenes here at the North Paris Arena with the light show going on. Let's have a look at some of the highlights of this fascinating 4th set. Well, both teams having their ups and downs. The emotions running high. We've had yellow cards, red cards, upsets between players and coaches. It's just not a normal game of sitting volleyball, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the stakes are really high. We've said that before. Both of these teams are desperate to go home with a bit of hardware, and they're playing like it. They're acting like it. They trained 4 years for this moment. They're not allowed, neither of them are about to let this go easily. Now, I think as far as momentum, Germany have the upper hand going into this 5th set. They ended on a real high off of set 4, and as quickly as set 5 goes, 15 points isn't a very long time. They're definitely going to come out swinging. They're going to come out really strong because they know if they can force some Egyptian errors, that team is going to start to fall apart. That's going to probably be a core part of their game plan. Come out fast, come out hard, and just play our game. Now, Egypt is going to have to find a way to stop that. They need to bring that blocking game back. They haven't had a string of good blocks in a little while, and they need a reason to celebrate.
Well, Germany start with Renger, Wiesenthal, Albrecht, Trapp, Tonlu, and Shiva. No changes for Egypt. Eltrick stays on. He came on for Armour in the 4th set. Eltrick. Alongside him is Abdallah, Hamis, Musa, Abu El Yazid, and Abu El Kir. Here we go, race to 15, 5th set for the bronze medal match here in Paris. Tonlu, high off the hands, well taken. Captain in the middle, little tip, but there's a net touch. Again, it's Tonlu. German blocker getting in touch with that top of the tape. Oh, that's a big swing, and it has got the touch. Well, Versailles has started this right at the very start, and very important point towards the back end of the fourth. Well, there's a net touch as well, which has got called by the second referee. Tonlu serving, nice block from Egypt.
It's really good coverage.
Khamis out wide. And again, it's up. And it's given as a carry.
Oh, that's a great push out to the pins by Egypt. They're really working the German blockers. I mean, in this fifth set, these players have been playing for a long time, an hour and 20 minutes. It's been really intense. The energy is so high. Egypt are going to try and tire out Germany, and it's going to be going the other direction as well.
Short serve. Nice reverse set.
Beautiful.
Almost kept in by Saad Musa. Down the line, he can just put his body on the line. I'll take the power out of the ball, that much, isn't it?
I mean, that kind of redirection from Shiva was amazing. His hands were just a bit wonky, but he's able to get it back to Wiesenthal. He's his hot hitter. He was going to give that ball to him no matter what he had to do.
Little tip there by Abu Al-Yazid. He goes again. Lovely shot.
That's a great cut shot by Abu Al-Yazid. What an angle going inside of the German block. They were both there. They were taking up quite a bit of court. He's able to just thread that needle.
Down the side of the block, in between the two defenders. Herzog's trying to work out how did that ball come through as well.
Defying the laws of physics.
The linesman just pointed where the ball was to him and said it was in. Al-Sheikh. Oh, quick response.
Renger once again with that attack on two. It's lethal.
It's also taking the Egyptian captain off the serve, which is important for them.
Absolutely. El-Sheikh has gotten a couple of runs of several points, and again, this is not a long set. You just can't let that happen.
Big line serve taken. Egypt come again off the block from Germany. Musa has time.
Yeah, what a kill by Musa. Perfect timing, giving his team something to celebrate. You can see the players on the bench, they're almost coming off of it.
Germany down the line, lovely swing again. Thomas Renger, the 52-year-old.
I mean, he's not just a setter, he's a hitter as well, and I think that is what makes this German team so good. They've got multiple players that are triple threats. They're good defenders, they're good attackers, and some of them are excellent setters in their own right. It gives them a lot of flexibility on their play.
Well, deep to the cross court, on two by Abu Al-Yazid. The referee is saying play on. Decision's not gone the way for Germany. They've got to finish the points off. They can't though. Egypt kept focus, and Musa got the block.
Schrapp putting absolutely everything into that, but Musa is there, huge block. Look at that emotion. You can see how bad they want this.
Well, Egypt got bronze in Athens and in Rio. Germany took bronze in London. One of these two will be walking away with the bronze medal. Great swing. Egyptian coach going with a fake kick.
Yeah, Egypt are on fire. They've absolutely lit up here. Look at that big swing from Musa. He's completely clear of that block. Germany even able to get a platform out, but it's so fast they just can't control it.
Germany called one of their two times outs before the halfway stage at that 6-4. In the fifth set. And it's a race to 15. They don't want to give their team too many points advantage going into the change of ends. Toddler is back in position. Ahead of everybody else is keen. He's like, come on, let's go on.
Ready to go. I just keep thinking about what a privilege it is for us and everyone here in the North Paris Arena to watch these two teams really go at it. They're putting on an absolutely world-class demonstration of sitting volleyball. It's making our jobs really easy.
Oh, absolutely. An honor to bring in the game here. Some of the best action. What a save that is. Hustle from Germany, but it just deflects out. The save of the best till last and that one.
Abdullah's about to jump out of his skin. I mean, I don't blame him. They're working so hard, and it's so good. It's such a good feeling to see that hard work pay off.
Schiffler coming in for the captain. He had an immediate response in the fourth set that took us all the way here to this fifth one. They find themselves down by 3. Well, even that delay of the serve with a substitute coming in just distracted the server, gave the point. Out wide, it's gone inside the block. It's squeezed through the block. Abdallah again.
And you can see here, I mean, Wiesenthal has been so strong when he's blocking, but he's getting tired. He didn't quite make it out that time.
The chat there between Elstrick and Shiva. Changing ends then. This means at the halfway stage when the one team gets to 8 points, for those that are new to sitting volleyball and indoor volleyball, they'll change ends. This means that all the teams are having the same amount of time on both sides of the court. So there's no other advantage, be it the lights, the layout, etc.
Or in this case, the crowd.
Or the crowd, yeah. It's not one where they have a timeout in between as well. They have to go straight back on. But most players will try and delay it a little bit, like Abdul Latif is doing here, just to check, oh, who's the right server, please? Let us know. They know. Well, they put themselves in a position where it looks like they didn't know.
I mean, it's easily done. You get up, you're so focused, you're thinking about something else. By the time you get to the other side of the court, you're like, oh, wait, where was I?
Well, Germany down by 3.
Yeah, Germany are in a really dangerous spot here. Egypt only 7 points away. Germany have 4 points to get back ahead.
Well, they've got a little bit more than that now. Well, the celebrations are starting to get a little bit feisty. There's a little bit more happening through the net as well. The conversations are going on.
Yeah, I mean, the Egyptian block is coming back out. That's what we said they needed to do to shut down the German offense, and they're executing that brilliantly.
Great block from Germany on the serve. That was up again. Well, it's just a clap from the head coach from Egypt. Well, that tells the tale here. Timeout called for Germany.
You love to see that kind of energy from Egypt. I mean, when they're up, right? And they're almost unstoppable. Now, on the other side of the court, the body language on the German team, it's starting to look a bit low. They're looking a bit frustrated. No doubt they're exhausted, but they are going to have to find a way to dig deep and find some energy. They have to execute. They can't make any more errors.
Well, 2 teams have come into this competition. 2 wins, 2 losses. Find themselves in the bronze medal match, and it's gone all the way to the 5th and final set. Egypt have taken control of this deciding set so far. It's a long way still to go. Musa with the serve for Egypt. Germany need a point and quick. Wiesenthal there, he gets it again off the block. Oh, what an angle! Incredible!
He just needed 3 tries, 3rd time's the charm.
Well, 3 is the magic number, they say.
I mean, you can see Germany's game plan here. Just give it to Heiko Wiesenthal. He's got the big arm. He'll get us a point. That now puts Albrecht in the front row with Tonlu and Wiesenthal.
That blocker's got to be perfect. It wasn't that time. High hands. And all it needs for Egypt is side out time now. Just got to keep siding out. Even if they lose the point on their own serve, just side out. Germany are the ones that has to force and has to change the way they're playing.
Yeah, and Germany are on the back foot here. They've lost all their momentum. They just need to make something good happen.
Oh, the normally so reliable man in the middle. Wiesenthal has missed his shot. And that celebration from Egypt shows you how much that means. They know how dangerous he is, but the whole bench was up. It's 12-6. Albrecht off the block and out of play. 7-12.
Sheeta doing well to connect with him. Camille's uncharacteristically not set very well. Albrecht going to take advantage of that.
Big block, but it's long again. These are the side outs that mean the world to Egypt. Guys, they're dancing backwards, sticking his tongue out.
Yeah, they're really feeling themselves out there, as they should. They've been playing an absolutely electric game of volleyball here in set 5.
Brilliant swing, another angle, similar to Wiesenthal. This time, it's Albrecht.
Abel here didn't manage to close that block, and a big man like Albrecht, you don't want to leave him much court. They've got a lot of catching up to do, but anything can happen.
Well, that's one way of doing it. Start off with a good pressure ace serve. (9-13) for the difference. 2 required for Egypt. Egypt call for the timeout. Coach just goes back to the bench. He doesn't need to say anything. He just wants to make the German server wait and think, delay it a little bit.
Yeah, and Germany just need to hold their nerve here. They've gotten a few points. They're playing a little bit better. They've got to stay strong. Now, if they're able to manage to pull off 1 or 2 really good points, that might be just the tipping point to send Egypt off of that high and back into a bit of a trough of emotion. But they're going to have to do that quick.
Well, Abdo did everything he can to cool down Abdul Latif. Half his energy's gone on celebrations as well as the game. Egypt find themselves 2 away. This timeout was just to make the German team lose that little bit of momentum. The coolest man in the arena, Abdul Yazid, fires that ball.
He's cold as ice. It was a great adjustment. He didn't have the most perfect set in the world, but it doesn't matter.
Cameron just missed that, but he turned around to his bench and did a big cheer. It's match point. This is for the bronze medal. And it's El Shweik serving. He's back a little bit. Could this be one of these big ones? It is. It's an ace to take it! What an incredible serve! But the referee has overruled it. The linesman signaled in. Egypt started celebrating. Oh, that's a great call by the referee. You just see the replay on the screen.
Talk about a roller coaster of emotion.
Still match point. There it is, the second time of asking. Egypt take the bronze medal here at the 2024 Paralympic Games.
Oh, this is where all of those emotions just absolutely overflow both sides of the court. Germany devastated. They played their hearts out. And my heart goes out to them, but oh my gosh, how much joy does it bring you to see the Egyptians cheering and supporting each other like this, pausing to take a moment of thanks. They're completely overcome.
Well, 3 is the magic number for Egypt. They have got the 3rd bronze medal. They took it in Athens. They took it in Rio. And now here in Paris, after a 5-set thriller, here's the confirmation. First set went 25-22 to Egypt. Germany came back 25-23. The next 2 sets went the same way, but Egypt and Germany taking them. And then in the end, 15-10. Well, the emotions are there for all to see. The Egyptian coach has left the arena early on in the celebrations. It's tears, it's excitement. It's sitting volleyball at the Paralympics.
It is sitting volleyball at the Paralympics. There's never a dull moment in these final matches.
Ashrik, the last man going as captain, taking the time with each and every player from Germany to show their appreciation, and a nice embrace for the coach from Germany as the stats here for the match. Well, it's the only one at the top that counts, isn't it? It's 3-2 to Egypt. But Germany out-blocking, Egypt outscoring on aces. 2 hours, 13 minutes that game took.
And that's a long time to be playing a game at the high intensity that these athletes have been going at it for.
Confirmation then, Germany and Egypt went at it in the bronze medal match, and taking the bronze medal, it's Egypt for the 3rd time. Well, commiserations, heartbroken, Tonlu. Here's how it unfolded.
Once again, it's just really, really smart play from Egypt. Musa keeping his nerve, just taking control. Germany constantly on the back foot in that set.
Cue the emotions. Tears of joy, the emotion. Latif doing a few keepy uppies. Here's how the game went. The bronze medal match here at the North Paris Arena at the 2024 Paralympic Games has come to a close. Germany took on Egypt. It went to the wire all the way to the 5th set. The celebrations show you who won. Egypt take the bronze here in Paris, 15-10 in the 3rd and deciding set.
Arena, thank you so much for joining us. What an epic game, the best of this great tournament so far. Germany finished fourth. Egypt back on the podium for the first time since Rio in 2016. While the celebrations continue, that does end the session here at the North Paris Arena. If you are lucky enough to have a ticket for the gold medal final that begins at 7:30 p.m., then you do need to leave the venue and have that.